Hello and welcome to MCC TV International Show. My name is John Dabeet. I'm the business coordinator here at MCC, and also I host the show. Also, I teach economics and statistics. As I always say, every show is a special show, and every guest that we bring to the show is a special guest too. And today's guest is no different. He is very special in many ways, and we're going to obviously learn about his story and why he is in Muscatine, Iowa. But before also I introduce our guest, I would like to mention that, Chad, we are at 80 today. We have 80 shows already since we started to film this show. So that's a big step, and I cannot wait to reach the 100 anyway. So with that, I would like to welcome our special guest today, Moses Nagamootoo. Moses, how are you?
I'm doing very good today.
Nice to meet you on the show. Moses, you are from the country Guyana, right?
Yes, that is.
Okay. How about if we start by asking you to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Moses Nagamootoo. I'm from Guyana. That's located in South America, which is my neighboring countries are Venezuela, Suriname, and Brazil.
Wow. So have you ever been visiting any of those neighboring countries?
Well, actually, I went over to Suriname a few years ago. That was pretty good. A lot of places there to visit.
Now, Moses, what I would like to do is, because we are sharing your story with our audience, so I would like to start from growing up in Guyana, start telling your story from there all the way till today. So we go back now to Guyana, growing up. Tell us something about growing up in Guyana.
Well, growing up in Guyana, my childhood days, I spend it with most of my time with family and a few friends. I don't have that much friends in Guyana, but like my neighbors and everybody else, most of the neighbors, they had kids, and we go to school together. They all grew up with me, and we play a game called cricket.
Right? I love cricket.
You love?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. You know.
Yeah. So on the streets where I live in front of my house, we played a game cricket, and.
Can we explain, if I may stop you a little bit here, Moses? I'm sorry, but can we explain why cricket is an important game here, for example, in Guyana? Because, you know, when I was in South Africa, the same thing. You know, everybody's like crazy about cricket.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, cricket is one of the main sport in my country, other than football, right? Which you guys call it soccer over here. So we have many other games that they play in Guyana, but my favorite sport is cricket.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Because in the Caribbean, a lot of people in the Caribbean play cricket, and it's well known throughout the world.
And I assume it has something to do with the British, right?
Yes.
With your country and before it's independent.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So you like cricket?
Yes, I like cricket.
Wow, oh, that's something new to know about you now. Okay, so growing up, you would go out and play with the kids.
Yeah, I would go out playing with the kids in the neighborhood, and after that we go other places. My eldest sister Angela, would take us to go get ice cream, and then she would also treat other kids around that they want some sort of treat, right? So, well, Guyana is pretty much a great country, right, to be in. We have the Amazon rainforest, and we go exploring all over the place in Guyana. My favorite part of Guyana is called Berbice, which is a different section of Guyana. And I go down there to my other family's house, and we go fishing.
Okay.
And we use this thing called cast net. We don't use the fishing rod. We use a cast net, and we go out to like the ponds or the probably like a little riverside, and we throw the cast net and we catch fish. And one time I remember my uncle was putting me in the trench to actually feel for the fish. He was telling me that the cast net is a lazy man thing to do, right, to go out there and throw the net. He's
So
like,
you picked that
yes.
by hand.
He said that you got to go in, right, and the water's muddy and everything, and you got to go in and you got to feel for the fish in the corners of the grass,
Oh, wow.
at the bottom and everything else.
So those are stories that you still remember from
Yes,
your
yes,
childhood.
yes.
Wow. Okay, so tell us something about certain traditions and certain cultural aspects of Guyana.
Well, we have a lot of traditions in Guyana. For example, with my family, right? We celebrate like almost all the culture traditions in Guyana, which is African tradition, Hindu, Christian, Muslim. We don't separate ourselves from any other religion. We just
And you have all these culture in Guyana.
yes.
Okay. How are they working together? Are they, close? They work together? They communicate? Are they separate communities? I mean, it's nice to know that.
Well, for the culture aspect, right? They come together in certain stuff and they work together, right?
Excellent.
Like we have this thing called Pagua, Holy, right? Where festivals of powder, colors, and everything else. And in the streets, you have not only the Hindus celebrate that, right? But you will see some of the Africans, some of the Muslim Christian people also, they come and they celebrate other people's religion.
Wow, that's neat.
Yes.
That is really neat. Beside this, for example, a wedding in Guyana versus a wedding in the United States, what would be the difference, for example?
There's a lot of difference on the wedding, right? For example, like over here in United States, right? The wedding will be like a small reception, right? Versus Guyana. Guyana, we have a wedding that is so large that sometimes the people cannot fit in a hall, right? The celebration continues on the streets. Sometimes, like for example, like a Hindu wedding, right? Probably will go on for like 4 days long.
4 days?
Yes, 4 days. They have like different activities that's done on certain days, right? But as I said before, like for the Hindus, you have a lot of people coming together, right? So not only like the Hindus will celebrate that, right? But most of the times you'll see like Christian people, they want to have a Hindu wedding.
Okay.
Right? And because they're like thinking about, the food, the music, and everything else, we have large crowds.
So since you are saying that in Guyana you have different ethnic groups,
Yes.
does that mean also you have different languages? And if yes, how many languages people speak?
Well, our main language is English in Guyana, but also we have Creolese, right?
Okay.
And we have like a few people, when they come across the border to visit Guyana, we have a mixture of Spanish, French, Portuguese.
Do you speak any beside English?
No, I don't speak any other
Yeah.
language except English.
Except English, yeah.
My dad was trying to get me into Spanish classes, and he's like, "You got to learn some other languages other than speaking your normal English, right?" So I'm like, "No, I don't want to learn any other language because, it's not really relevant to me."
Okay.
And but he's like, yeah, you should go out and learn some other languages because whenever you travel, you might need it to help you out.
Yeah, that is good. Well, one of the things that I would like to talk about Guyana is tell us something about, for example, the system there. For example, if I want to go there to visit, vacation, as a tourist, what kind of things you think that I should see? What kind of things that I should try or do?
Okay, well, if you're to go to Guyana, well, we have Kaichor Falls, which is the world's single drop waterfall in the Amazon rainforest, right? And you have this place called Ayakarama, which you have, there's like a pathway in the rainforest up above, and you walk on it.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah, I did it last year or the year before, and it was pretty safe. It was nice. You got to listen to the birds and the parrots in there. It's really wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And there's a lot more stuff that you can do in Guyana also. Visit like all the lakes we have, and also parts of the country that people don't even know about. Right? We have different kind of tribes in Guyana. We have
And
like the
is it
Amerindian
okay?
tribe, Arawak tribe. You go to their village, visit their village, learn like what they can make. Like for example, cassava. They take the cassava and they make something called kasrip.
Okay,
Right.
but is it okay to go to their to tribes and visit them, or is it something that it has to be arranged?
No, it's okay for you to go visit, right? But most likely you will have to go with a tour guide.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would recommend a really nice tour company in Georgetown, right? Wonderland Tours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. Tell us something about food. Guyanese food.
All right, food. We have a lot of type of food, but the one of main type of food that that a lot of Guyanese people like, and it's actually a Guyanese type of food. It's called pepper pot.
Okay.
Pepper pot. It's a mixture of beef, pork, and chicken. Well, some people they don't eat beef and pork, so they make the chicken pepper pot, right? And they use the same kasrip to make the pepper pot, and only on certain special events. This pepper pot dish has been made, right? And also during Christmas time it's there also Christmas time.
How they cook that? Do they cook it in like a certain pot? That's why you call it
No,
this?
no,
Or-
no. It's in a regular pot, but it's the ingredients that it's the main thing in ingredients
Okay.
that's been added inside that dish.
And you can mix more than one meat, one kind of meat, let's say.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily like, for example, if you eat all three of them, you can have this meal with chicken, pork, and beef at the
Yes,
same
yes,
time.
yes.
Wow.
And it normally go along with bread. You take the bread and you put it in the pepper pot, in the syrup, and you take like a piece of meat and then you eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we do have some pictures, right? And I know that our producer, Chad, at some point, or perhaps soon, he will start rolling some of those pictures to share with our audience. And I see now the first pictures on the screen. So if you start, Moses, telling us what we see and share what we see with our audience.
Okay, for the first picture, that's our first campaign that we did during elections time. I was one of the main security persons involved there to organize my dad's security. So I brought together a lot of people to create the security team.
Okay, campaign. Can you give us more information, or is that you said
well,
campaign? What campaign?
Yes, election campaign, which is was in 2015, right, in May.
Okay.
And I believe this picture was taken like in February.
Okay.
That's when we started my campaign trail for my dad, for him to be the prime minister electoral, right? Okay. So from there we went to like different parts of the country, and I put together the team. And from that picture, you'll see like the first few guys in front. Those are the guys that I had in my team.
Okay. So wow. And I'm sure we'll get more pictures to see in a little bit. Yeah, I see here.
So my mom usually does charity work, and I normally go around with her throughout Guyana, delivering gifts and everything else. Like during Christmas time, we take Christmas presents for the kids, for different church groups and everything. And also this picture here, this is Easter. So we bought like a whole lot of kites, and during Easter time, we go out and we give each kid Easter.
A kite?
Yeah, a kite, or right. Well, we give them kites plus we give them like treats, other treats.
Wow.
Yeah, like chocolates and candies.
That's very neat. That's very neat. Yeah.
And here's the other picture with the kids together. I'm taking out a picture with them.
With
Say
them.
that I give them the kites for Easter.
Wow. I'm sure they will be very happy.
Yes, so this is the famous Kite Shore waterfall. And down there I have a picture of me with my security. We're doing a tour for the one day. Because I never been to the Kite Shore Falls until that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that picture was taken in 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
So it's almost recent.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. That's beautiful. You look at that.
Yeah,
That's the thing that you
that's
were
what I was
talking
talking about from
Yeah.
Ayakarama Rainforest, and I spent a whole day at the lodge.
Like how high is that bridge?
I'm not sure how high that is, but it goes like all the way up to the tree height.
Okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
you just picture the tallest tree in the rainforest.
Okay. That's really neat. I mean, I like it. Yeah, I really like it.
And here we have, I was visiting a rice field because we also export rice to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so happened to be walking around on a different part of the country. And I was like, I have to go check and see what the rice looks like because I don't know what rice looks like and where rice comes from,
Okay.
until the farmer was telling me that, that's rice over there and you should go check it out. So I was like, yeah, I wanted to go
Rice
check it
fields
out.
are gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like cornfields.
Yes.
The same thing. I love that. Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing thing. Yeah.
And
Oh,
here's
here.
here's a close-up picture of what the rice looks like.
Yeah. I can see that. It's beautiful.
Yes.
A beautiful picture. I like the colors even.
So this is back in 2016. I was there in the back dam side of Guyana, trying to do a little fishing, and that's the cast net thing that I was telling you about earlier. That I was trying to take it to catch some fish, but I was trying to figure out how to throw it in the little trench pond.
Yeah. Wow. It's
And here's another picture of the pepper pot. The pepper pot there and bread. You eat it with bread.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It does look really good. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay, what do we see here?
okay, here's another dish that is a tradition at Indian wedding, Hindus.
Okay.
Right. It's called seven curry, right? Which you have katahar, dal, you have chickpea, pumpkin, and rice and other type of curry dishes in there. But there's no meat dishes.
So it's more
All
veggie.
all vegetarian stuff in there. And the leaf is actually called purin leaf, which is grown in a trench in a lake, and you use that leaf during Hindu tradition weddings or any Hindu event, and you put the food in there, and people would come. They will take it as a plate, right? But
Okay.
you don't eat the leaf.
Okay.
You just use the leaf as a plate.
Just to hold the food.
Yeah, just to hold the food,
yeah.
and then you take your hands and you mix up the food, and then you eat it.
And you eat it.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That is neat. So what do we see here?
So here's a picture of the official residence of the Prime Minister. That's where my parents are staying right now. And back in 2015, when we won elections, I was the one that went to this house to look after like everything before my parents move in. It took them at least a couple months before they get and move in, because they had to do a lot of renovations to the place.
How do you feel like going? I know most probably we have more pictures. Let's continue most probably with pictures, and I have a question about that.
Okay, here's a picture. This is a recent picture that was taken out, which was 1st of January. That was when I was back in Guyana for this year, 2018. And the girls in the picture, those are my friends that I normally hang out with. So we took a midnight photo with my parents.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. How do you feel, and I'm just like want to ask this question, and it's up to you how you're going to answer that. How do you feel that you have to deal always with all these issues, like, you know, being part of the political system, you know, like security issues and so on. Is it easy? Is it tough? Does it make your life more difficult, more fun, more challenging? I mean, if I may ask this question.
Yes, well, well, other than being my dad's security, because he's the Prime Minister of Guyana, right? Most of the security that's in the team, they're telling me that, you know, I should relax a little bit because I'm the Prime Minister's son, and I shouldn't be out there doing security work and everything else. Just relax, enjoy life, enjoy what is there for you, right? So I'm like, no, I want to enjoy life and enjoy like all the fun stuff around too, right?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm thinking about security-wise, right? About my parents. I don't want them to be out there alone and everything else.
Yeah.
So I just like just work along with the guys on the floor and the ground there, and sometimes I give them advice on what to do, and what to go, where to go, and what they have to do, and like, cause you know they don't really know like the things that my parents like, and the way they will walk or go somewhere, shake someone's hand. Because, you know, dealing with security, like if somebody's coming up towards you to shake your hand or to give you a hug, the security will probably brush them off a little bit, right? Yeah. But, you know, as a family, my dad is more of a people's person.
And I can vouch for that. I had the honor of meeting the Prime Minister and spend some time talking to him. He's a great guy. He is, as you said, down to earth, like any of us, and like to talk about anything, and that's a great honor. I mean, to be part of a system like that. Moses, what do you do in Muscatine? Let's just, so our audience will at least, you know, also get an idea about.
I'm here in Muscatine for about 2 years now. I'm trying to complete college here in Muscatine, and I'm thinking about moving forward later to Macomb University, because I was told that Macomb have a pretty good program in law enforcement, right? And with the security in my country, I'm also a member of the police force in Guyana, but I also want to have a degree in law enforcement.
Good. And so you are here at MCC, you're taking classes. We are very happy to have you with us here, and I myself feel really good about having you in one of my classes too. So basically, you are working towards like an associate degree here at MCC, and then moving that to university to get a degree in law enforcement. Your future plans, I mean, if we may ask.
Well, my future plans are to, after I'm finished having everything education-wise, should move back to my country, Guyana, because I still hold a job position there in the police force, and I have to complete my terms and years serving them. And my position right now in the force, it's a special constable, and I also am the security advisor to my father, which is the Prime Minister.
Wow, that's a big job. That's a big job, yeah. Future plans. So now we are saying that you're going to do this. Would you ever consider political office in the future? You know, you are more in the security now, but do you think about that? I mean, do you say, oh, well, perhaps maybe 10 years from now or 15 years from now, I would like to run for an office, for example.
Well,
is that something that you consider or think
well,
about?
I would actually laugh at this, because a lot of people that I met, they're like telling me that I should get involved into politics because my dad is in politics, and also I know a lot about what's going on in my country. I meet with the ministers of the government, and they're saying that I should follow that path. But for me, I don't really see myself in the future in politics. My main vision is going into the law enforcement full time because that's my passion.
Oh, which is great, I mean, but you know, when you grow up in a family that is active in politics and so on, you think that this might rub on you, and you get that kind of vision. Moses, as we are going towards almost the end of the show, I would like to give you a minute or two to share whatever you like to share with us that perhaps maybe we didn't talk about that you like our audience also to know about you.
Okay, well, I would like to say that, you know, for the people viewing this program, that you should look up Guyana, learn some more, and if you like the stuff that you see there in the pictures, Google it. We have a very nice place there to visit, the rainforest and everything else. And also, I would like to thank you for having me on this program.
It is my pleasure, Moses. As I always say, every show is a special show for us. Every show we bring a special guest to share his or her story with all of you. So as we are ending the show, as I always say, if you have any question and or comments, for example, you can call me at 563-288-6064, or you can email me at jdabeet@eicc.edu. Till next time, Muscatine, bye-bye.